Hi everyone, I'm Jamila Mendoza. I'm currently an editorial assistant at the Silliman University Office of Information and Publications, and I also graduated from Silliman in 2018. So I'm here to share what I think about Silliman University as an alumna and as someone who grew up and graduated high school in Saudi Arabia. Just like you, I studied in an international slash Philippine school in Saudi. I was born and raised in Jeddah, where my parents are still working as OFWs. But my hometown is really here in Dumaguete City, where the Silliman campus is. So after I graduated high school in Saudi, I moved here to study, even if it wasn't my first choice, because I wanted to study in Manila just like my high school friends. But my parents, they really insisted, and now I'm thankful that I was forced to study here because of what I experienced in Silliman. For me, Silliman stands out from other universities, specifically universities in big cities like Manila, because of the environment really in Silliman and in Dumaguete City. It's a small university in a small city, and I think that's exactly why the environment here is perfect for students. So for example, you don't have to worry about the same kind of traffic that they have in big cities. You don't have to worry about your safety because Dumaguete is relatively a safer city. Again, comparing it to bigger cities like Manila, it's not totally crime free, but it's relatively safe. And for me, safety was the biggest factor. For my parents, it was the biggest factor when they chose Silliman because I lived a sheltered life in Saudi, so they were worried that I couldn't adjust to the hustle and bustle of a big city. Here, there's no hustle and bustle. It's not a stressful place. It's not a busy place to live in where you have to be on your toes all the time. The atmosphere is just laid back, it's relaxed, and that means as students, you have more time to actually focus on your studies or focus on your extracurriculars rather than always worrying about your surroundings. And then aside from safety, it's the convenience of being in a small city. Important shops and establishments are just walking distance. And if not walking distance, they're just a few minutes away. No heavy traffic, no stressful commute. As for Silliman itself, I think that because Silliman is a smaller university, it's easier to feel a sense of belonging or a sense of community here. You don't have to worry about language barriers or feeling out of place because the student population in Silliman is highly diverse. So chances are you can find someone who's exactly like you, someone with the same background, same beliefs, and at the same time, you can meet people who are the total opposite of you, someone who has a different background and different beliefs. And if ever you want to find a community here, there are a lot of groups. Like, for example, there's a group for students from different regions in the Philippines. So if you're Tagalog, there's a group for Tagalog-speaking students. If you're from Mindanao, there are a lot of regional groups you can join. And there's also a group for international students. And when I say international students, that means foreigners and students who lived abroad. So it's really not impossible for you to find a second family here or a good group of friends. Because here in Silliman, you can always find someone who can help you and support you. Lastly, I think Silliman's environment is not just perfect for learning because you can focus on your studies. I think it's also an environment that encourages you to be yourself and to explore yourself. Because here you can pursue different interests and different hobbies. I mean, there will be opportunities for you, like groups to join, workshops, events, and activities in general. Silliman just gives you a chance to learn and to keep learning, not just through studying, but through different kinds of experiences and opportunities. So, that's all for what I can share. Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe and don't forget to wash your hands.